welcome back to the channel. I have a very exciting video for all of you today. Now, for those of you that have been following my Pulsex and Pulsechain videos, you will understand that we are on the verge of the launch of both projects. And I personally believe that many millionaires will be created. And in this video, I'm going to give you 3 solid reasons why. Now, before I get into this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, click the bell notification icon so you can stay up to date with all my recent videos. Remember, guys, nothing that you see in this video is financial advice. So always make sure to do your own independent research. With that being said, pause the video, click the link in my description, and join the Telegram group so you can stay up to date with all my recent updates, news updates, technical updates, and much more. Now I'm going to get straight into it, guys. Now, for those of you who do not know, you're probably wondering, why do we have a hex chart or this project in front of us right now? So hex was Richard Heart's first working project. It did extraordinarily well, did over 1,000,000% in 1 year, and the current market cap of this project is $14 billion. So we can, comfortably say that his first project was a success. Now, does a great project that he made before indicate that the next 2 projects are going to be equally as successful? Of course not, right? Past performance is no indicator of future success. However, it does give us confidence going into these new projects, understanding that Hex, in fact, wasn't a rug pull when many people believe that, the project was dubious or there's a lot of cynicism around the project. But so far, it's remained solid, right? And the market cap speaks for itself along with the community, which we're going to get into shortly. So what does that mean for Pulsechain and Pulsex? Now, I'll give you the first biggest indicator that this project is going to create many millionaires. And the first one, guys, and if you watch my videos, you will understand that this is one of my biggest, most exciting things about any project, and one thing that I review all the time, and that is the community, right? Pulsechain and Pulsex, fortunately, are going to be beneficiaries of an existing big loyal community, which is fundamental to any project. Because remember, guys, without it, a project can be great, a project could have loads of merits, but if there's no community, if there's nobody actually interested in the project, then it would be meaningless, no matter how big that project, how great that project may be. Now, the beauty of Pulsex and Pulsechain is a lot of the existing community will, get involved in the new projects. Now, how do we know this? Well, if we go back and look at Pulsex itself, you guys will understand that the biggest sacrifices of Pulsex were people from the Hex community. That was the #1 coin sacrificed, right? So we understand that coming into this with an existing community, it kind of helps me sleep better at night, right? So that's the first one. There's already an existing community, a big community, and a loyal community. So that's #1. Now, #2, guys, is early. Being early. Being early is one of the most important factors, especially in the cryptocurrency space. If you can get there early and you can get great entries, then you should reap the rewards of the overall growth of the project. Now, what I'm going to do, guys, is demonstrate this in real time, and I'm going to demonstrate this with Hex, right? So the first initial project. And for those of you watching my recent projects, you would see the breakdown that I gave last week on $1,000 invested in Hex at the start. Even in the first quarter, would have made you over 300K. If you invested in the second quarter, that would have made you over $400,000 with only $1,000. But here's an example. If you got into Hex early, right? And in fact, we're not going to use the bottom example, right? Because many of you, unfortunately, probably won't join my Crypto Crew Premium channel, where we're going to be getting the best entries on both projects. Again, if you do want to get involved in our entries, exits, and much more, and be fully prepared for the road ahead when it comes to these 2 projects, then join Crypto Crew Premium now. Link in the description. Will probably be the best decision you make this year. But let's just say for whatever reason you choose not to join Crypto Crew Premium, which would be insane, right? But let's just say that's the case. Even if you bought Hex right at launch. Now, of course, if you did buy at launch, you would be down 96% within the first few days. Now, obviously, that would be very, very daunting. That would be insane. So imagine putting in $10,000 and being down, 96% on that capital. Now, here's the issue. Many people, unfortunately, will probably jump ship when they're down 50% or even down less than 30%. And unfortunately, a lot of people will just take their loss, when the market is at the bottom. So again, this is why, to be perfectly honest with everybody watching this, not all of you are unfortunately, not all of you are going to make millions in this project, just based on how these markets work, based on percentages, based on the skill sets. But that's just the honest truth. So a lot of people will jump ship, unfortunately, so you would be down like 96% immediately. But if you had the patience to wait a few days, fortunately, this was great market conditions, so price did snap back, then you would only be down 88%, and then finally, price starts to go into profit, going into 2020. And then guess what, guys? If you had waited, no, let's do the first quarter. So if you had waited things out, then you would have made 1,000% in the first quarter, right? 1,000%, right? Which, to be honest with you guys, let's be perfectly honest, that's still good. Obviously, it would be better to make 30,000%, right? And this is the difference between getting your entries right. If your entry is not right, it's the difference between making 30,000% and making only 1,000%. Now the beauty is, either way, you make money. So you, as I always say, you can't go broke making a profit. But the point is, guys, you can see clearly here why your entries are so important, right? But let's just say, okay, you bank 1,000%, initially, 3 months in, not bad. But if you had held, guys, and let's say you did hold, guess what happens? There you go. So you still make over 300,000% even with an entry at this initial point. Now, of course, again, it does depend on your patience. It depends on how long you can hold, which is why I initially, in the first analysis, said if everybody jumps ship at this point, so let's just say, people take profit. So let's say you take a 10x here. So you take your 10x, you leave the market. Well, if let's say someone gets a re-enter and decides to enter at the second quarter, well, as you can see, they still would have made a whopping, major percentage gains in the second quarter, over 40,000%, right? So your entries are going to be very, very important. But as you can see, your entries getting in early is the beauty here. And of course, I haven't even mentioned the all-time high, which was over $92 billion market cap area. So your entries and exits are going to be very important. And as demonstrated with the chart in front of us, you can see in real time what the potential is. Now, last but not least, guys, the project has to be useful. And I believe his projects that he's putting out, they're all well integrated. They all work with one another. They all need each other, right? And that's what I like here. If the projects themselves are just, projects for the sake of it, projects that raise capital or just fancy ideas, or, it typically doesn't work out, or we typically see price pump and then quickly sell off. But when projects are well integrated, when the projects are actually useful and have a purpose, they usually stick around for a very, very long time. And me doing my research, and obviously I was doing a ton of research this weekend, guys. I was looking deeper into the Hex community. I was looking deeper into Richard Heart, what he was doing before he launched Hex, the purpose of why he launched Hex, his background. I literally a ton of research, and this is what all our Crypto Crew Premium members are going to be benefiting from and leveraging once these projects are launched. And here's the caveat, guys. We actually managed to get involved in the sacrifice stage of Pulsex, right? So that's how early we were with this project. But of course, the entries are going to be most important. And having a useful project for me is so important, especially as we enter, a stage in the crypto cycle where, let's be honest, if a project doesn't have value, we're not just going to see those crazy gains and all this kind of stuff. I don't think that will be the case unless, let's say, it's a meme coin or something of that nature. But the project has to be useful, it has to have a purpose, and it has to be a working project that can stand the test of time. And I think Pulsex and Pulsechain do tick those boxes. If you want to hear me go into a full review of all those projects, and let me know in the comment section, and I can do that for you. I have done it before, which is why I'm not doing it in this video. But if you would like to see those again, let me know in the comment sections below. Now, those are 3 reasons why I believe that Pulsex and Pulsechain will create millionaires, right? But with that being said, as you saw in this video, not everybody, unfortunately, is going to make it. And this is the honest truth. Some may make a 10x. I do think it's going to be fairly easy to make a few 1000% regardless. But the point is to achieve 1,000,000%, to achieve over 30,000%, to achieve over 40,000%, to achieve over 100,000%. In my opinion, is going to require a perfect entry, a perfect game plan, and perfect exit strategies as well. And this is all that I'm providing our Crypto Crew Premium members. Link in the description, guys. So if you're someone that wants to be a part of this journey, especially as we enter Q2, right, and you want to learn how we're going to be able to buy this, how you can buy it, how you can get involved, then you need to join Crypto Crew Premium now. That's the only way, right? So with that being said, guys, until the next update, seize the day, and remember, as these projects are new, people are going to be taking advantage of these new projects. There's going to be a lot of scams out there. There's going to be a lot of, false, airdrops and all this kind of stuff. So you must protect yourself, because honestly, it's going to be crazy. So, and also remember, nothing that you see online, nothing that you see in my videos, nothing that you see on YouTube is financial advice. So you must always do your own research. With that being said, guys, seize the day.